Hello, my name is Cori Loptin, and this is my educated citizen portfolio presentation for December of 2022. My public issue was eating disorders in Nebraska. Over the last couple of years, eating disorders have been on the rise due to increased use of social media and also the stresses that the pandemic caused. Eating disorders are the second leading cause of death for mental disorders. One person dies every 52 minutes in the United States due to an eating disorder. 9% of the population in the United States will be diagnosed with an eating disorder sometime in their life. The reasons why someone will develop an eating disorder could be to be popular. Many people believe that they need to have a certain body type, usually a skinny body type, to become popular within their peers. Also, another reason could be to look like a certain celebrity. In this day and age, celebrities are looked at like they're gods, and many people feel like they need to look like a celebrity. And then stress and anxiety could take a toll on our eating habits, which could eventually lead to an eating disorder. And then also certain sports that someone participates in where they need to have a certain body type can cause an eating disorder. And those sports could include dancing, ice skating, gymnastics, wrestling. In all those sports, you have to have a certain body type, and many people develop an eating disorder to be able to achieve that body type, to be able to excel in that sport. Why is this issue important to me? The reason why this issue, eating disorders, is important to me is because back in 2004, when I was 14 years old, I was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. I lost 50 pounds within 3 months. I was limiting myself to 300 calories a day, and I was losing interest and love in everything that I cared for and was passionate for. When my parents were trying to seek treatment options for me to be able to overcome an eating disorder, they noticed that there were limited resources in the state of Nebraska. And if the care that I needed was out of state. Eventually, they did find a treatment center for me here in Nebraska at the Children's Hospital, but within a week of treatment, I was basically let go because my health insurance denied coverage for this treatment because they said it was a mental disorder and it was not covered under my insurance. So basically, after that, I was on my own to overcome an eating disorder. First, I'm going to talk about effective communicator. An effective communicator uses critical thinking to generate, connect, and organize ideas in a written, oral, or nonverbal manner. My first experience for effective communicator is when I first got my job in the healthcare field as a CNA back in June of 2020. After a month of work being on the floor, I noticed that I needed improvement in the area of communication. I knew that I had to deliver certain assessment findings to the nurse to be able to give the patient proper treatment so they could basically have a better health outcome. The lessons that I learned was that I needed to communicate information in a timely manner, because if I did not give this information to the nurse right away, then something detrimental could happen to this patient. And also, if I give this information to the nurse in a timely manner, they can receive the proper treatment to be able to reverse whatever is going on with them. And also, the patient can have a better health outcome. It could possibly save their lives. The application with this communication and eating disorders is if I'm assessing a patient and they exhibit signs of an eating disorder, I can relay that information to the physician and they could create the proper treatment plan so this patient could get help in treatment for an eating disorder. And also it's early recognition of an eating disorder, and it could potentially save their life and not cause any harmful effects to their body. Experience 2 for effective communicator is when I saw improvement of communication skills within my family, friends, mentor, and work colleagues. Before, I would always be distracted when I was having conversations with these people. I would be distracted by the television. I would be distracted by my phone. Would be distracted by the other people around me. And I noticed that this was wrong, and I needed to have 100% of my focus on the person that I'm having a conversation with. So the thing I would do is that I would put away my phone. I would turn off the TV. I would maybe go into a room that was secluded, and it was only just me and this person that I'm talking to. The lesson that I learned was when I eliminated these distractions, all my focus was on the person, and I was able to communicate what I needed appropriately, and they were able to communicate what they needed to me appropriately. And also the information that was given to me or was given to the person I was talking to was 100% accurate. And the application with eating disorders, 100% focus on I give 100% of my focus to the patient that I'm taking care for, and it shows that I care for my patient and their success in treating this eating disorder. And also, when I give my 100% of my focus to this patient, it creates a trusting relationship between me and the patient. Next, I'm going to be talking about change agent. A change agent uses the disciplines of the liberal arts and sciences to analyze historical and contemporary situations and systems to develop cultural to take appropriate to affect change. My first experience with change agent was when we had a new employee at the hospital, and she was from Africa and was practicing a different religion other than mine. The religion that she was practicing was Islam, and I know nothing about Islam. So I took the time to sit down with her to discuss her religion and what it's all about and what they believe in and what rituals they practice. And the lesson I learned was that as a healthcare provider, I need to be proactive about learning about other cultures and ethnic groups. By being proactive in learning about these other religions other than mine, it can help me be a better advocate to these patients and provide proper care. The application with this and eating disorders is that if I have a patient that I'm caring for that has an eating disorder and they practice a religion other than mine, I need to research their religion and see what cares I can provide to them and what cares I shouldn't provide to them, because some cares could go against their religion. And also, when I'm doing this research, I can provide a proper meal plan, because with certain religions, they can't have certain food products. Like with Jewish people, they can't eat meat and dairy together. They have to be separate. And with Islam, they can't have pork. Experience 2 for change agent. My experience was my own experience with anorexia nervosa. I did not, for the longest time after I seek treatment, I was still having a unhealthy relationship with my body. I was constantly obsessed with it. I did not like the way I looked, even when I was eating healthy. And then finally, last year, I had enough of this, of feeling this way about my body. So I made the change to start loving my body. And once I started loving my body for what it is, the stresses of my life, the stresses in my life dramatically decrease. And I can see that I'm happier overall. The lesson that I learned from this experience is that I have the power to change how I view myself. Nobody else has that power. I have that power. And also, every journey is different. Some journeys take longer than others. The application with this for this experience with eating disorders is that I can't force people to get help or change their mindset. They need to be the ones that want to change, because if they're being forced, then their success rate will decrease. Every journey is different, and how long it takes them to have a healthy relationship with their body. Like I said, some journeys will take a shorter time, some will take a longer time for them to eventually love their body and have a healthy relationship with food. And also, I'm always going to be that support system for that patient, no matter how long their journey. I will be by their side no matter what. Even if it takes months or years, I will be by their side and be their support system. Reflective individual. A reflective individual routinely engages in habits of inquiry that influences ways of thinking and actions. My first experience for reflective individual was that for one semester of nursing school, I set goals in the beginning, and I wanted to achieve these goals to be able to be successful in all my courses. And unfortunately, I did not achieve any of those goals. And once I realized that I didn't achieve my goals, I looked back and look back at the reasons why I didn't achieve those goals, and then I started working on those reasons to be able to achieve the goals that I set for myself. The lessons that I learned from this is that it's okay to not achieve goals in the timeline you set for yourself. Don't be upset. Just learn from it. Another lesson is that lesson learned was to figure out the reasons why you didn't achieve your goals and work on those before setting any other goals. Because if you don't work on the reasons why you didn't achieve the goals, then you're not gonna be successful in the future. And also, it was an opportunity for growth for me. An application for eating disorder is that treatments may not go as planned and goals may not be met. So you need to let your patient know that it's okay that if they don't achieve their goals, it's not the end of the world. We'll just work harder next time, and it's an opportunity for growth. They should not be seen as a failure if they do not achieve these goals. And for my experience too, I faced many challenges in my personal and work and school life. I lost motivation and lost hope of passing school and becoming a nurse. Once I overcame these challenges, I started to believe in myself. The lesson learned was that everyone will face challenges that interfere with their goals, and then overcoming challenges can make us believe in our self-worth. Take those challenges and use it to our advantage to make us stronger. The application is the road to recovery is not easy, and you will always face many challenges. Recovery from an eating disorder can be a mental game, but we need to know that we can never lose focus. Becoming an educated citizen. I learned that no matter what the challenges is, I'm going to overcome it, and I will become stronger. And those seeking treatment for an eating disorder will also face many challenges, but they might veer off course, but they will always go back onto course and overcome their challenges. My public issue made me aware that there is a need to be more done for those who are suffering from an eating disorder and help prevent eating disorders. Thank you. Have a great day.